Electric vehicles are exploding worldwide, and it's becoming a bit concerning as I start to analyze multiple incidents involving these explosions. A firefighter in Belgium just recently reached out to me to share an incident involving a Jeep plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, the 4xe. The firefighter shared a shocking video showing an explosion that launched the removable roof 30, 40, 50 feet in the air. This incident's very similar to other incidents I've seen across the world, including this garage explosion involving a Jeep hybrid electric vehicle in Colorado, or this one here involving a Renault Zoe that levels a garage in Germany, especially when you get the confinement of flammable gases inside the passenger compartment of the vehicle. This is a potentially dangerous, potentially deadly situation. Now, to give a clear illustration of what's going on, here's a recent video of a Renault Zoe where the battery's failing. You can see all this white material, all this white gas, the battery's off-gassing into the passenger compartment of the vehicle. This is not a good situation. Luckily, the rear hatch of this vehicle is open, and you'll see as the conditions get just right, it's gonna pop. And there it goes. All that gas is burned away, but had that hatch been closed, had that gas been confined to the interior compartment of that vehicle, it could have been a very large, very loud explosion. I've got a lot of ideas on doing some actual physical testing involving lithium-ion batteries in the future. So be sure to subscribe, share these videos out because it really helps grow this channel so I can do bigger projects in the future. Now, typically when lithium-ion batteries fail, I wouldn't say explosions are something to really be worried about. However, they do release a lot of flammable gases, and if those flammable gases become confined in a container, such as the interior of a vehicle, they can explode with devastating consequences. I've had a lot of hate in the comments looking at these pictures, looking at these incidents, and they want to link this back to something other than an electric vehicle. For example, a can of gas or a can of starter fluid. But realistically, if you've been in the fire service long enough, you'll understand it takes a significant amount of gasoline vapor to cause these types of explosions. Now, this incident in Belgium, this is one of the clearest videos we have to date that shows what happens when one of these vehicles explodes. And honestly, it really helps connect some of the dots in some of the other investigations. It really helps show what is going on inside of those garages. Now, the fire department, they got a call at 12:05 p.m. for a vehicle that's smoking. It's a vehicle in a parking lot. At 12:10, they arrive. 12:16, they've got their hand lines stretched, they break out a window, they start spraying water inside the vehicle. But at this point in time, the vehicle's completely full of smoke. They can't see anything inside. They're not really sure what they're putting water on. At 12:19, they break out a second window. 1 minute later, it launches that removable roof up into the air. The Freedom top panels, the removable panels, glass shooting out. Luckily, no firefighters were injured when this happened. And better yet, when this roof comes down, because it got some serious hang time there, nobody was injured when it hit the ground. Fun fact, I actually did a lot of design work on this removable roof back a few years ago. And I can tell you an explosion like this was nowhere in the design specification. Now, like always, it's very important to wear full PPE with your SCBA when you're around these types of vehicles, and treat it like a hazmat. Get people away from these vehicles, 300 feet, clear a zone, because these gases that are coming out of these batteries are toxic. After an incident like this, crews need to be sure that they decon their gear, especially the inside of their bunker pants. And it's important to bring your crews together, your department together after an incident like this. Self-reflection. Understand what happened in this incident, learn from it, so things like this don't happen again in the future. Now, why does it seem like there's an issue with this Jeep Hybrid and the Renault Zoe? Well, it goes back to the design. If you look at this Jeep Hybrid, it appears that the battery box is actually inside the passenger compartment of the vehicle. That is a terrible idea in my mind. These batteries should be on the exterior of the vehicle. On top of that, there's an access panel underneath the rear seat of the vehicle. And you can see in these after photos that it actually melted through. This is very similar to what we saw in the Colorado incident. The Renault Zoe, if you've seen my other videos, you know they also have a firefighter's access in the inside of the vehicle underneath the rear seat. The fact that these batteries have direct access to off-gas into the passenger compartment of the vehicle is extremely dangerous and a bad idea. If you want to learn more about the other two garage incidents, click one of these two links over here.